Still on justice for Mohbad. Ladies and gentlemen, a lot is happening right now. I mean, social media has gone crazy. Social media is on fire right now as a result of the latest that is happening on this journey of justice, the journey that we all have been on for a long time. Well, Cynthia has been going around social media, I mean, different platform, different television station, talking and saying all manner of gibberish. I mean, come on, there are some things that she's saying that sounds kind of unbelievable, such as, oh, Boba's father bought a small coffin and broke the neck of his son, and the host of the show say, hey, and I laughed. I say, wow, what a mess. What a mess. Now, there is a guy called Spending. Spending has been playing back and forth on Justice for Mohbad, but as it is right now, Spending has realized that the axe of judgment has been placed upon his neck. This is not something that he saw ahead. He never knew this was going to happen. In fact, he thought that the load has been removed upon or off his neck, off his head. That period where he was in the custody of the police alongside Prime Boy, he thought this is the end of the world. He had told Prime Boy a lot of things. And all of a sudden, when he got out, he thought this is the end of it. And he twisted the narration. He twisted the narration. He didn't say the truth anymore. The public had donated to get this guy out, and this idiot decided to be a fool. In fact, what happened later will shock many of you. Ladies and gentlemen, right now, it will amaze you that Mr. Spending is now vocal and he's saying to the world, look at me, look at me. I did not call anybody. I only gave phone number. He started vomiting what we did not even ask him. And people are like, you know what? You are on your own. Now, there are more complex things that are happening. The nurse also is the next point. The nurse has realized, the nurse, I mean, has realized that everything is falling on her head. The hammer of judgment is falling on her head. In fact, Cynthia made it clear in the in talk show that she went. I'm not going to call that interview. The talk show that she went. He said, "Ah, imagine the nurse. I saw her clubbing." This is the same Cynthia that was busy gallivanting all over the place. She said, "I saw the nurse. The nurse is dancing. The nurse did not even care. I pray and I hope that the same thing that happened to me will happen to her, so she will understand that this and that and that." She said a lot of things, and people are like, "Oh, what a pity." But the nurse, you're about to hear, this is fire for fire. The nurse said this is a setup and that this and this and that is what happened and not what Cynthia is saying. I want you to pay attention because social media, like I said, is on fire. Everyone has turned upside down on this journey of justice for Mohbad. Like, it is now a do or die affair. People are like, wow, so this is the wickedness that we are talking about, this world full of wickedness. But there is one thing that is certain: the wicked will not and can never go unpunished. Never. There is no hiding place for the wicked. Like and share, please. Tap on the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell. Returning subscribers and those that have been here, say a very big thank you to you. And to those that have tapped on the thanks button, the one with the love icon, dollar sign, middle of it. May God bless you. May God replenish your pockets. May your pockets never run dry. Let's get right into it. Why did you lie?
I'm still telling you, sir. It might be that the one that Zumo is even thinking of is not that 10 seconds video.
Why is
Seriously.
married? Why is married? Were you in the video?
I mean, he knows.
Adura himself say there are 3 people. He refused to call
Oh
Sumo.
God.
Wunmi now call Sumo. You always fẹ́ máa sọ fún pé Sumo kọ́.
Sáà ṣe tí mo nǹkan tó tún máa múnú mi dùn nìyẹn. You see,
At
all these things
all.
that we are saying here, we are supposed to be relaxed by now. If not for this, they are dragging. We should be praying that let the nurse come on that 14th. Let us hear the nurse side of the story.
You
Because I
see
believe
what?
they should ask her. They should ask her that when you got home, how do you see Mo? Because Wunmi already said that Mo was fine, Mo was okay, nothing happened to Mo. So
My
let
my
her come and
my
tell
sister.
us. Maybe
My sister. If you are talking
my
now, they
sister.
will tell you you coach her. If the nurse want to go,
Okay.
if the nurse want to go to prison herself, let her speak lies. It
Wetin
should
no fit
for
make spend the sleep.
uh,
When you
uh,
comot for that area go
let her speak
court.
her lies.
E be
She go
like say na
serve her
court.
day. You know my
Any day
joy.
wey I see spend, I go still ask as spend shey na court you sleep that they can't tell me truth. Abi na all those aboki wey dey say something near court na there you go sleep.
See, wise Mary, until
Oh God.
they did not bring the nurse to court, that is when I will know that the nurse is
Something
faceless.
is happening.
Yes, but in as much they will bring her to court, Nigerians we will follow her as she's going home. They will trail her vehicle. I can bet you they will not keep.
Ẹ má sọ bí, ẹ
No,
má sọ.
people. Àwọn èèyàn máa fẹ́ mọ ibi tó ń gbé, wọ́n fẹ́ mọ̀, wọ́n fẹ́ make it popular. They will snap her on that day.
So ẹ má sọ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni ẹ má sọ.
Okay, mi ò ní sọ. I won't say that.
So tí nọ́ọ̀sì bá ti kọ́kọ́ wá náà kó náà kọ́kọ́ dákú tó bá ti wá di on 30 or 28 tó tún máa mú mi sí báyà tún wá dájí nọ́ọ̀sì yẹn bó ṣe wà yẹn nǹkan tó lè tí nọ́ọ̀sì ò bá ti wá lélẹ̀ báyìí bọ́ ẹ tún mọ nǹkan tí mò ń rò ní mo tún wò pé kí nọ́ọ̀sì má ti jápa o ṣé mo pé tán bá ti lè lọ áìdí nọ́ọ̀sì tán ni ó ti jápa kò sí case to answer
No,
nìyẹn
kò
wà
lè
bí kí
jápa mo ló fẹ́ jápa ṣé kò níyà ni wọ́n wá kan ọlọ́pàá kò lè lọ anywhere, she can't go anywhere.
Ọlọ́run dẹ́mi gbogbo wa sí àníkú
Òótọ́ dẹ̀ ni náà that is another angle. Ṣé bí ọmọ Adégòkè the other man ṣé Rahman àbí kí lorúkọ ẹ̀ Rahman.
Rotimi okay Rahman ẹni tó ní hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì yẹn.
Ìdánmọ ẹ sá lọ náà ti today ọlọ́pàá ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀
yes up to date.
Ọlọ́pàá ọ̀rọ̀ ọmọ ẹ̀ mú náà you ran away so you are right ṣá ó kúkú lè sá lọ there is possibility wọ́n dẹ̀ sọ pé we did not see the nurse to bring to court. Wàhálà.
But if they say they did not see that nurse to bring to court, that means
spending nìkan ló máa ṣe wọ́n ẹ̀. Why is Mary?
But sir,
hold on, sir.
Sir, what unless if spending and the nurse has talked after
when they don't
everything.
see that nurse, Nigeria will not accept it. We will not accept. They must bring that nurse.
No,
they cannot give us that story. We will not accept.
What we are saying that if the nurse run away, now only spending will serve DJ.
Yes, only spending. But the nurse will come out. So they must bring that spiritual nurse out. Because
while we have spending will not be. Spending will not allow to go.
Rotimi, can you hear me now?
Yes.
Rotimi, why people cannot find the son of that Chief Adedoyin is because nobody have seen his picture before. You understand? Like us
right,
now, we have seen her picture.
But people brought his picture.
Right. So if they have published the picture of that guy, people will know him now.
You know, my dear, one thing is that then the case was not like this. A lot of people were not too aware of the case. Oriyomi was shouting.
I was aware. I followed the case on Instagram.
No, you could be aware, but
so there was no TikTok like this.
It wasn't like this. Yes.
No TikTok like this.
It's just like on Facebook, or I think on Facebook mainly, we're following it. You know.
No, so it was on Instagram that the news was really on then.
Much. So if you know that, and when Oriyomi posted the guy picture, that they should not allow the boy to run away, they will. Meanwhile, police they reluctantly to declare that guy wanted. They didn't declare wanted earlier where Oriyomi was shouting until that guy. In short, there were manipulations self that time. Now, my sister, it's just like God just want to give that guy justice. To be sincere, you know.
If they can still bring the picture out, now people will still flesh him out. You understand? One thing I thank God for this case is that. Listen, now one thing I thank God for this case is that Wunmi is not a black person, so that tomorrow she go and bleach her skin. You understand? Nobody will know her. Thank God she's a fair person that fell in complexion, so she can't turn to black again. So I'm so grateful for that.
Wunmi, you are talking about Wunmi.
No, I said if Oriyomi can bring that picture out, they will fetch that guy out. I said like Wunmi, now thank God she's not a black person, do person. You understand? That tomorrow she go and bleach, nobody will not know her again.
Me, I don't even think they are looking for that guy. No, nobody is looking for that.
They didn't look for that guy.
Nobody.
They just declare he wanted.
That means gbogbo family first share one. The guy is okay where he is. He might be even in that Lagos in one room, enjoy him life, watching film. Later we still come out and disguise, maybe leave BS, all those things.
But if it's
Mr. Rotimi, I didn't meet the family. Maybe the other, both of them have one kind of Adedoyin, abi?
Yeah, it was Adedoyin, yes.
I think they have one similar name, because what even made me to have interest in that case is that what if they now find out?
It was
Okay, it's
Adegoke.
Adegoke Abi.
It's only that.
What if they now find out these people are family?
It's only
These people are family.
Adegoke.
At least before they killed him, they are supposed to look at the name. That
No,
this
but
name is similar.
he's worth that guy is. I think he's from Ogbomoso or something. The guy
And
that
they don't
was
stay
killed.
close. But Mr. Rotimi, I didn't mean they know each other. Maybe they stay in that Ilefe together and they know each other family house. That man will not be able to hide. Tony
No,
Mama
the name is not similar.
Justice for Mohbad.
The name is not similar.
Before they kill these
Timothy
people.
Adegoke.
Yes.
The
And
man, the
Adegoke
hotel,
Rahman.
the hotel is
Timothy Adegoke. It's Timothy Adegoke too.
Yes, and Adegoke
They're
Rahman.
not similar.
Yeah, she said until she see Mohbad buried before she can be happy. Imagine, is that a wife?
She will not be happy. They won't bury Mohbad now.
And Mohbad is a therapy. Bury Mohbad is a therapy. Àbí kò tẹ̀ gbóyìnbó débẹ̀ ni.
Ó gbọ́ ó mọ nǹkan tó ń sọ nǹkan tí babaláwo ẹ̀ sọ fún nìyẹn. Nǹkan tí babaláwo ẹ̀ sọ that is the only thing.
I swear to God.
That's the only thing that is programmed on her head. Is DNA and Mohbad should be buried. She doesn't care if he get justice or not. You understand?
That right? DNA, she's not saying that DNA with her full chest. So do you know what they want to do when that DNA is done? They will say no, Mohbad body can't bring it out accurately. Or they will say, okay.
Yeah, Mohbad did it now.
Baba Mohbad even did there now.
No, Mama
if they
Mohbad,
won't do that,
they will use Mama Mohbad, which is the best.
See, sir, if they really want to do that DNA, before Wunmi will start shouting, tó bá ti lọ mú sample yẹn kí bàbá ya rárá ṣe títí ẹ̀ náà pẹ̀lú Mohbad.
Bàbá ti ṣe títí ẹ̀ by what Baba said, Baba ti ṣe títí ẹ̀ tipẹ́tipẹ́.
Okay.
Baba has done his own for a very long time. Ìgbà tí ìyá ti jáde tó ti sọ̀rọ̀ yẹn, Baba ti hide ṣe títí ẹ̀. Ó ti sọ mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Baba ti sọ mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀. Ó ti sọ mọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ rí. I've heard him saying that. I knew he has done that one a very long time.
I heard him. You will never go free by the special grace of God.
It was only MFM that condemned that act. The rest people of her were supporting her.
That's why they hate MFM.
And it was only her that said, why will you be dancing inside this thing? Why will you be rejoicing? Even I just got that video just now. The video where she was inside the car, she was dancing. I forgot the song that she was dancing to.
Before now, right? They will have brought the nurse to Corona inquest before now, long time ago. We see this as a game.
It's a game, sir.
Yes. If you brought Prime Boy who were in prison, this lady came out, Spenny came. So why are you keeping the nurse behind?
They are supposed to bring those 3 suspects a day.
I'm telling you, you kept her as a joker. Now, they've gone ahead now to say they are going to charge someone that have not spoken at Corona. It's only
without hearing a part of the story. So what are they
hearing? And you want to charge her
without proper court hearing of Sheyi the nurse.
They want to silence. They know what happened.
That's how we see it as
where is the law in that country? Where is the justice system in Nigeria?
Guys, I told you guys, okay, you guys should disregard that police, whatever. Okay, the DPP. The DPP cannot proceed with that. It will not make sense.
Okay.
Would you charge? Investigation is on. So maybe unless what they want to do is, okay, because of her confession. If that nurse has confessed previously to the police that indeed she did whatever, they can hold that against her. That's an evidence. Confession under Evidence Act, the confession of any individual voluntarily about a particular offense, whatever, is admissible as an evidence. They don't even need camera, they don't need anything. Her confession alone. Just like, for example, let me say police arrest you and they ask you, did you steal? You said, yes, I steal. He said, are you sure you stole? You said, truly I stole. And I'm sorry for it. They said, okay, we're going to charge you to court. When you get to court, they ask you, they say, you're brought here because do you know what you did? And you said, yes, I know what I did. I stole. So you think judge will not sentence you? You think judge will be asking for...
But what if she gets to court and say that statement was made under duress? We have seen similar cases where...
No.
She's under threat.
No, please wait. Don't forget that she was taken there. Is there too much noise in my background? Is it manageable?
No, it's okay. I can hear
Okay.
you very well.
Don't forget
Okay,
that the
we can hear
nurse was taken there on the case of medical negligence, blah, blah, blah. All right. Now, it will be difficult. I don't even want to depend on the nurse, okay? For the nurse to be convicted, she would have told the police whatever she got. But anyway, let's just say there's a game here. At most, when she gets to court, she'll be assumed to be innocent. That's the first thing the judge will do, since it's a homicide case. The homicide case, even if you're guilty, you'll be presumed not guilty.
Not guilty.
Okay, yeah, that's how they're gonna see it. So prosecution must prove beyond reasonable doubt. So prosecution will start like this. Nurse Feyisayo, were you in Mohbad's house at this particular time, this particular day? Okay. Unless that nurse can say something different from what she has said, if she agrees to everything, she goes down for it.
Okay.
Yes, unless she can disagree with any of the time, she can disagree with any of, she can say that not in her presence, she didn't saw Mohbad shaking, dying, all of those things. In fact, when she did Mohbad was fine. She left them, Mohbad was fine. She says so fine. But if she continue with, I gave him injection, then he shake, then I ran to pharmacy. They will ask, did you at any point run to pharmacy? Don't forget, the mother is an evidence. They will bring the mother as prosecution witness. That your mother went on the internet saying this. Do you agree to what your mother said? So there are so many witnesses that are going to be against the nurse. As long as she claims all of those things, she exonerates every other person. She takes it on herself. You see, that's why I'm saying that all these are Mohbad, the Fabi, all these things that they are doing, right? The Fabi own I can understand is looking for video evidence. If the 3 seconds or 10-minute video can show how any injury happened to Mohbad, yes, investigation can change. Now, if the police don't want to go deep, if the police will please listen, if the police, that's why when I was analyzing this case, I said people around Mohbad, they want this case and they want to take charge of this case. They don't like Yomi Fabi. One good way for them to take charge of this case, like as I've always said, is through the inquest. It's very simple. Just like Mohbad made a request, we want to do our own autopsy. Okay? Mohbad can as well make a request that they want to do their own forensic investigation into that 3 seconds video, and they will subpoena the police or whoever have that phone to submit it before the magistrate court. And Mohbad will now find their own engineer or whosoever. They will go through it. But I don't think Yomi can take it from the police. Police cannot give Yomi to go investigate it. One, you understand? That's the power of the inquest. Inquest, it's like a civilian kind of investigation where civilian meet with lawyers and then they do their thing by themselves. Because, medicals have failed. So inquest is the best place where a lot of things can be achieved. Even this phone forensic, Mohbad lawyer can insist, okay, that because of the call that Mohbad mother has made, all right, and is contradictory to Wunmi's narration.
Yes.
Okay, the mother said she called Mohbad, okay, so we really want to know when they know about what came about, and they want to press on. Like what we do here, we give out the solutions, and we hope that it's used, for Mohbad to get justice. That's why when I say that Yomi Fabi very soon will leave the case. She understand. This 3 seconds when they go back and forth. If police don't do anything important in the 3 seconds, don't forget, Yomi Fabi can't force the police. It's gonna talk. It's for police to investigate, right? But in the inquest, there is one way out. Mohbad lawyer can request that we have our own engineer and we demand that phone be brought. They can even demand that we miss iCloud be brought. I wonder why so many things has not been demanded. Okay? If the reasons are genuine, the magistrate will order for it to be brought. They will subpoena Wunmi to bring iCloud. It's for investigation. Because all you just need to do is to find 1 or 2 statements of hers that contradict each other. Okay? Find Mohbad statements. All right? Marry it together. Present. They asked them the other time, why do they want to bring back Wunmi and others?
Wunmi and others, yes. I remember.
They didn't give good response. The magistrate said it's not needed. All right? So they buckle themselves very well and they do the needful. These kids cannot get away with all of this. Okay, somebody will be there. The moment they hear that Wunmi iCloud is in the hand of the magistrate, okay, it's going to take an individual You know, that's Mohbad lawyer. So right now we are going dirty. We want to get to the root of everything. She's innocent, she's innocent. Okay. If we cannot get this way, then how do we establish a lead? My lord, this case is so complex. All right. These are some very sensitive areas that has been mentioned in the course of this investigation. We need circumstantial evidence. We need a lead. That's why we are here. That's what the intervention called. They need prima facie. They need evidence at first sight, something that they can at least follow, right? And all of these guys have conspired, so something must debunk them, and you need to go into their privacy to see what's happening. So
at least, Papa, if Yomi could even get court order to visit Mohbad's house, then Baba could be able to get more court order to do a lot of this.
Baba is in the court already. Corona inquest like a small court where you can get subpoena.
Yeah, but Yomi went to magistrate to get court order with the accompaniment of the police.
You see,
and they got
let's look at this right. Let's look at something right. Yomi may have connection with the police.
Yes.
Okay. If I look at reasons Yomi going to that house, honestly speaking,
yes,
it looks unclear.
It looks unclear, but Papa,
it doesn't look like. I mean, how can you get? Let's make it look like this. How can you get court order from a house? Okay, you know, to go investigate. I mean, get court order from the court to go investigate another house. One, you are not a landlord. Okay, you are not the police. You are just an NGO. Right? From when to when does NGO?
But that means what he presented before the magistrate was reasonable for him to be granted that order.
That's what I'm saying. That we don't. A lot of things get done. People find their ways. Do you understand? Like you see, what you mean? Not a joke. You can't just wake up from nowhere, go get subpoena, say you want to enter the house where I built. Let me say I'm the owner of that house, okay? And that house, I rent it to Mohbad. Okay, and then you just went to get subpoena. You want to come and investigate my house. You don't have any right to do that.
But because it was a crime scene now, Paparano, it was accompanied by the police. It was a crime scene.
I will make it clear. That court order.
Okay. Yeah.
They have that right to be there to invest. They are investigating the crime, of course. They can even barricade that house. The police investigating Mohbad house. They don't need to go take any court order.
Yes. They have the authority to visit.
They have the authority to be in that house. They are investigating crime. So and they can go to any crime scene. If anybody make problem with them, maybe that is when they will approach the court. But I mean, you know, people find their way. I hear a lot of things. I don't just want to talk because I just watch and see. Who knows whether something good can come? You know, something good can come through. The person. It's maybe in the 3 seconds video, maybe something can come, right? But from autopsy toxicology,
there's no light there coming.
Let's say autopsy said that Mohbad was stabbed. Let's say autopsy said that Mohbad ate poison. The thing is, then who stabbed him? Who gave him the poison? Autopsy in the long run. But I'll be waiting to see. I can't say. I'm waiting to see. I don't have any.
Paparano, did Spenny actually said that they made 2 people in the house when they came from the show?
You know, we have to read the citizen. You understand? Since the days of West, I have stopped believing 100% whatsoever that is, you know, brought in by TikTokers who went to Corona witness. So I will not focus on that. I will just maybe we'll just say we've heard. Okay, because I mean,
that is one important
right now,
area.
Spending has the chance. Spending is speaking. Okay, and people interrogated Spending. People spoke to Spending that day. Why didn't they ask Spending?
Yes.
Those are questions to ask him. That is question we really want Spending to make clarity upon.
Exactly.
One thing, Spending has given statements already.
Top movies, please hold on. That is one important area I expect him to speak about, to clarify. Okay, we met 2 people, they wore jeans, they wore agbada, they do this. At least you will go ahead, go further, describe them. So that they could be, at least they could ask another person again. Come, Spendy said 2 people were in that house. How come? Who were those two people? Because he didn't even expatiate the matter more. He just said it. If he said so, I've not heard this
Everybody
from.
in that house will go to that show.
You say?
Do you think everybody who live in that house went for the
No,
show?
I don't think everybody will go there. Don't they have a cook or a cleaner or a team? They will have a domestic
No,
staff.
because that's what I'm saying. Like, I mean,
They will have a domestic
I
staff.
can't depend on this street.
let me say something.
But he
Wait,
was
Paparano.
partially
Wait, now
living
let me
with
say,
them.
Rotimi,
So he
wait,
would have known.
Rotimi, wait.
Hold on, you met a topic now. Just hold on. He must have known those they were actually living in that house, Paparano. Okay, there's no way he wouldn't know that. Okay, this one I've seen this way because he was partially living with them at the time, at that period, right? At least he comes there, we know that okay, this one lives here. But this, if he said we met two people in the house, it must have meant they were strangers, not occupants of that house. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So, but he needs to expatiate more because if you look at Prime Boy, one of the things that people have been saying about Prime Boy is that Prime Boy said his own side, and he went. We can imagine Prime Boy to be calling Cubana Chief Priest a witness to his matter. You understand, Paparano? He didn't say I went to go and meet someone inside, but he mentioned his name clearly.
Prime Boy matter no clear.
No, for me it's clear.
That name we introduce self fit be problem. What I was saying.
So to me it's clear for me, Paparano, 100%. To my own side, Prime Boy story is clear. No, you will be scientist now.
Okay, the Cubana chief priest say that he did he corroborate what Prime Boy said?
God bless you. Till today he hasn't spoken. Even the police, whether they invite him or not. That's why I said when he gets to court, he can argue his case and they will bring him as a witness. Because if he said
the fact that we have to be speaking on TikTok before Prime Boy starts speaking shows that Prime Boy doesn't know what he's doing. Okay.
Paparano, most of these guys they are ignorant.
The time Prime Boy is sick, fine, but the time that Prime Boy is alright is fine. And public, most of the things I hear Prime Boy saying is what TikTokers are analyzing. Okay.
But he actually said that part of the story before he went to prison.
Why is this pending? Who is telling us more of the quarrel and everything, and Prime Boy wasn't telling us all of that before? Is it because it was about him? It means pending was right.
What I'm saying, Paparano, before Prime Boy went to prison, he narrated that same story, and he mentioned what's his name, Cubana Chief Priest, and when he came out,
Prime Boy was chased by Adura and Darusha. Why did he never talk about it?
Yeah, it was his director that says so, and the director has come back again.
The director was there too.
Yes.
But come on, see, Rotimi, let's make something clear. Okay, if somebody
corroborate it, Papa?
Let's get something clear. If somebody who was at home wake up and tell you that Wunmi stab Mohbad, Wunmi fight Mohbad, you believe the person, you will not underestimate it.
Did Abdullah corroborate it?
Oh, his director.
No, I'm asking you now. Did Abdullah corroborate it that they chased Prime Boy? Did Abdullah corroborate that?
Darusha said so. Darusha said something like that. Darusha.
If he says so, that means it happened.
Exactly. But why is Prime Boy not confirming that?
Because we only said that he left, he went to go and meet
the only person who has accused Prime Boy of fighting Mohbad now is Darusha.
Okay.
Darusha and Wunmi.
But what is his name? But Spendi exonerated him from fighting.
Spending is more innocent than Prime Boy, I swear. That whatever decision I might some like Prime Boy. I hope the court, Corona inquest, bring them back and they establish one case because those guys, they'll just be acting like,
Wait to see, Paparano. What I want to say is that Spending is just trying to seek public sympathy by trying to retract the statement he has originally given to the police.
Why did Wunmi lie on Spending that he gave rights to Spending? Was there a right on that day?
Now, Paparano, let's put this thing this way. Spending himself has given statement to the police.
How do you answer the word of the rights?
How do you think? Wait now, Rotimi, wait now. How do you now think that during the court hearing or during the trial of this the criminal case, that Spending can retract that particular statement that he has with the police? He can't do it.
What statement?
He said?
What statement?
His involvement now. He has given statement to the police.
Tell us the statement now. They are told to
like,
the police.
Okay, like let's say this. Let me use this particular one. This one that he said the fight between Prime Boy and Mohbad. Now he's retracting the particular initial statement because according to him,
wait. Spending never told police. Police even saying Spending told them that.
No, now I'm not saying that, but he has given statement to the police. That's what I'm saying.
We don't know the
He has
statement. You are assuming now. You are
No,
presuming.
now how can a suspect not give
stop
statement
moving.
to the police?
That's what I'm saying. But you don't know
What?
the statement. Do you know the statement?
I said that's why I said he has given statements. And
but
based
you
on
know,
his
what is the
corona,
statement?
wait now.
What is
Based
the
on his
statement?
based on his corona submission on oath, okay, he mentioned that the fight was between Prime Boy and Mohbad.
But
He
he still
never
mentioned
said-
that Wunmi fought Mohbad at the show to the
Wait
house.
now, calm down.
Yeah.
You are running after the show. I'm talking about when they were in the show. You are running after the show when they were on their way, when they were having arguments. That is not where I'm going at.
Where
I'm
Wunmi
talking about that
where
show.
Wunmi
What
lock,
happened in the
clothes
show?
from Mohbad's
Wait
neck.
now, Rotimi, you yourself, you calm down. When you were talking, you said I should hold up.
I'm calming down.
I allowed you. Now I'm trying to engage with Papariano so that we can have a gentle conversation. He said in that particular point that it was Mohbad and Prime Boy that had fights. Now in his recent
Have you
post
removed your
on
subscription?
Instagram,
Have you removed your subscription for us?
statement he has said already initially is a no. He cannot do that. He's just seeking for public sympathy.
For you to say it's retracting, you have to know two statements that two sentences.
I just said it now. Recently recently for in Instagram now, what he's saying there now is that Wunmi had a fight with Mohbad,
Yes,
and
exactly.
Prime Boy was the one trying to separate them.
but he
But
said that
initially
in
his
the court.
statement
He said
that
that
the
in the
corona
court.
is that it was Prime Boy and Mohbad. Who was never in the picture. So why is it
Let's do this way. Let's do this way. Aside from Spending, okay, coming out to correct the time that he gave on Westo platform, 9 p.m. to 11 a.m., 11 a.m. like that, the time he left on Monday. Tell me two statements which Spending has contradicted himself.
He said what?
Give me one other. I'm giving you for what I know to the best of my knowledge. The only time Spending contradicted himself is during the conversation that he had on Westo platform, where he said that he left
Papariano, wait now.
Monday.
Papariano, Spending said
Lately said 11 a.m. So give me a different.
Spending said that Mohbad and Prime Boy had a fight at that show.
No. Spending never said so. There's no way.
Were you in the corona inquest?
There's
Never
no
said
video
so.
Spending ever said
Were
so.
you at the corona inquest?
He
I will
never
tell you what
said
Spending-
so.
You were not there as well. So please
Bring
don't.
the
I was,
evidence.
I was there live and direct. And even during the live,
You were there. I was there. What was it? Why you were there? Why you want you?
Papariano, I was there live and direct.
Papariano, do you hear what I
And
said?
Anyway,
Spending.
this next inquest, at the come next inquest. You go come.
Papariano, do you hear
What
what I
I'm trying
said?
to tell you here now is that initially his statement has already established the fact that Mohbad had a fight.
By coming I don't want to create familiarity.
Papariano, hear this. Papariano, hear this.
He said it. He said it, and he cannot retract it. The statement is already there.
Papariano,
with the
hear
police.
this. Stop moving weight.
Case. Okay, you should stop. You should stop employing all those theories that does not even have valid points.
The ó ṣe rice lọ́jọ́ Monday, ó tún ṣe rice lọ́jọ́ Tuesday.
Yeah, but she's not helping herself.
He cook rice on Monday, cook rice on
You know what I'm
Tuesday.
thinking sometimes, right? When I just
So,
look at
as a Nigerian, how many times you dey eat
I
rice?
just imagine that they are the one in midst of all
You
of
can
this.
eat rice today, you can eat rice the next day. What are you saying? Are you using that one as a point? Yes,
Now,
now.
what happened
If
there?
get
What
leftover,
happened
now we go warm.
Maybe one day
People
was
they eat rice every day. They eat eba every day. They eat indomie every day. They eat. You can
I
eat
ate rice yesterday
anything
night. I
any
still
day.
ate rice this morning.
What do you mean?
I ate
can
rice
eat
yesterday night. I still
anytime,
ate
any
rice
day.
this morning.
What do you mean? Have you even eat rice from now to next week?
I don't know who is
What do you mean?
Yet your future wife.
In Nigeria we do. No, they think say na America where they eat
Yes,
calabash, they
yes,
eat grass.
You guys hear Yeti speaking? It's like I heard a female voice.
Yes.
Bloody and the DNA. I don't think they are even taking what
New
they're
months don't reach. Make gonna be subscribed. Sorry, top movie, not subscribe. Except top movie. Sorry, except you.
It is a serious matter. It is a serious matter. As you can all see that talks are ongoing about the nurse. What will the nurse say? Will the nurse come out to say, hey, you know what? When I came, this is what I saw. This is what I didn't see. This is kind of unbelievable. I mean, we were expecting that the nurse would be the first that would be invited. I mean, come on, we are talking about a case that is this sensitive. I was thinking that the nurse would be the first, plus Prime Boy, plus Cynthia, plus Spending. These are the people that I thought, and I was even thinking that the driver of the SUV will also be brought in. That was my thought at the beginning. That was what a lot of people were thinking. So we were like, why did they leave the nurse to the end? Like, why did they leave the invitation of the nurse to or till the end of it? How? Why? It's not making sense. It's not adding up. Ladies and gentlemen, can you like process this thing? Can you like look at it? Why did they leave the nurse till the end? Like, why would they leave it till the end? Like, the nurse till the end. Like, why? Like, why? Why will the nurse be left till the end? Was she not supposed to be at the beginning of it? Was she not supposed to shed light on what happened? This is what I saw. Particularly the CCTV that was released by the police, the only CCTV they released. Can you imagine? They refused to release other CCTV. But the one that was convenient for them, the one that they felt comfortable with, the one that they believed will work for them is that of the nurse. That's the only one they showed. And the funniest thing is that the inquest that is supposed to be a fact-finding platform did not invite the nurse. They didn't invite the nurse. They left it. They pretended as if the nurse can come later and the nurse matter is not important. Now, the nurse had been, according to what we heard, they said that the police had brought certain professionals from pharmacists down to medical doctors and nurses, and they had sat down to quiz the nurse. They had questioned the nurse on the medication that the nurse had administered to Mohbad, and the nurse had told them what she did. Is that the reason why the nurse is happy? Like, look, what I administered is not something that can unalive somebody. Is that the reason why she is moving around gallivanting? I mean, the nurse should have been the first to say, look, I want to come. But then maybe she has nothing to say then. Look, when I came, this is what I saw. Now, according to Spending said that the nurse did not get the picture or the video that was sent to her about the injury that she was supposed to come and treat. Now, upon arrival to that house, that's when the picture got in. So she came in and she did what she needed to do according to the level of her understanding or training. Now, whose fault is it? Is it the fault of Mohbad refusing, fighting everybody who had suggested to him to go to the hospital to treat? It felt like this injury is not much, which is what Mrs. or that's what she wants us to call her, Mrs. Haloba, even though she's not. People are saying she's just a partner. Anyway, let's leave that. It's not even our business. The thing is this. She said Mohbad did not. Mohbad refused. Mohbad fought, saying he's not interested in going to the hospital. And more so, the injury is not much, just a little bit of. But it was when we were sleeping, and I woke up, I saw the arm of Mohbad. It was swollen. I woke him up and I said, Mohbad, how many times did I call you? 3 times. I think we need to get this, your hands sorted out. Mohbad now said, oh, okay, I think we need to sort it out. But your nurse is not available. What do we do? Then Mr. Spending said, I have a nurse. I've been using this nurse for over 3 years. Why don't you guys let's use this nurse? And he's like, okay. Mohbad said, okay, call the nurse. Now they are saying that Mohbad acknowledged the pain and also accepted that the nurse be called for his treatment. Meaning Mohbad is the one that said the nurse should come in. This was their own way of absolving themselves from whatever. Like, it was the Mohbad that said, let them bring nurse for me and whatever. So it means that nobody can be held responsible. Now, somebody was cooking fried rice. The other was cooking noodles, according to what they said. Now, they said that the person cooking noodles is the one that served his brother last. That the fried rice was not served to Mohbad, and Mohbad did not eat that. That's because of the angle that could come up, which is the angle of being of Mohbad eating what he's not supposed to eat, if you understand what I mean. So Cynthia has already put her out there like, it is his younger brother, meaning if you want to jail your Mohbad's younger brother, your son, jail Mohbad's younger brother, but not me. I'm innocent. I didn't even want to. Me and my husband, we wanted to be living our life. We wanted to be enjoying ourselves. How old was I then? I was just 23, 24. Mohbad was just 26. So we wanted to enjoy our life. We didn't even think of having a child. It was the father that came and said, God told me. I saw an angel. It appeared to me. The angel said that this little boy is the one that will pour sunshine on my face. Meaning, this boy is the one that will bury me. Like, seriously? So, she had like, oh, okay, but I've not been getting pregnant since we've been doing this thing. So, what next? So, they went on a spiritual journey. They did praying and fasting. They went upon the mountain. They went upon the rock. They went into the valley. They did all of that. Mohbad's father prepared water. Mohbad's father did prayers. Poverty can make somebody become. Anyway, let's say Mohbad's father was like, okay, since my son wants this girl, and it seems this girl knows how to enter me, and they say they used to give Mohbad's father 2 types of fish and Bekus tonic wine. Anyway, the thing is this. In between, issues came up, and Mohbad's father was observing, which I do not blame him. Your son comes with a woman, and you don't really know much about this woman, but you notice that your son really kind of is attracted to this woman, and you are like, okay, no problem. But as time went on, you realize that there is more to what the eyes can see, and you are like, look, this problem is too much. I think this relationship must come to an end. He said he tried his best, but you know what? All his best proved abortive. Why? Because the little boy, his son, refused to let go. Even when they separated both of them, Mohbad contacted Cynthia and invited Cynthia down to the place that he was. Now, if you look at this, you realize that it's a serious matter. It is not a joke. It is a serious matter. A very serious one at that. Not a joke, not a joke. So the man tried his best. It's just that Mohbad refused. Mohbad refused. Mohbad continued. Mohbad pressed. Mohbad continued. Mohbad pressed. And the pressing resulted into his leg being pressed. And that is what has brought all of us together here. I mean, all of us pressing and pushing for justice for Mohbad. And I'm also, at least, I also want to believe that we've learned 1 or 2 things from this journey so far, because this is not just about the frenzy of it, the trend or the interest. It's also about learning 1 or 2 things from it. There are people out there who are they are living the kind of life that will unalive them. Yeah, is either you are the kind of person that does not listen, you are the kind of person that does not pay attention, you are the kind of person that does not want to add value to yourself. You prefer to or you are someone who has value and you have someone who is valueless in your life. At the end of the day, those people have nothing to lose. You have a lot to lose. Now, based on the conversation that is ongoing, you also heard what some of our guests are suggesting. Oh, spending we can bring back this according to the law, according to the constitution, according to that. Everyone is bringing up 1 or 2 thoughts and opinion here and there. Why? Because at the onset, this case was botched, and the process that should have been applied if it were if Mohbad was the son of someone famous, popular in Nigeria, I believe that those that do not even have anything to do with the demise of Mohbad will be questioned, they will be quizzed, they will be crushed, they will be dealt with. Not to talk of if it has to do with any of the children of these police officers, they would have done the needful, because they were they were the primary connection to this demise of Mohbad, but they failed woefully. This is why people are talking. Now, we have people who are for Cynthia. Some of them, of course, you heard one of them talking, in questions are being asked like, okay, how are you sure? How do you know that Cynthia cried Mohbad? What about the day and date? What about this Monday and Tuesday thing that is being repeated every now and then, and all of those shenanigans? It is what it is, and I believe strongly that justice will be gotten for Mohbad if we press, if we persevere, if we push and press, and we do not stop. If we continue on this journey, we will definitely arrive there. And this is not only about Mohbad. When I say justice, I'm not talking of justice for Mohbad alone, even though Mohbad is being used as an example, a kind of example for us all, for every one of us to be able, for us all to be able. I mean, we are using him like a kind of example. That's basically what it is, like a kind of example. Like, let us use Mohbad. Let us use Mohbad as an example. Let us use him as the poster for what we are demanding for. Because if you are not careful, it will become a norm. It will become a practice where you will be seen as inconsequential, like you are of no importance, like you are of no use, you are nothing. And we cannot continue like that. We need to raise our voices. We need to press. We need to push. No one will just unalive anybody anyhow and then think that he or she will be granted immunity, or he or she will come up with stories and nothing will happen, regardless of the juju house. Yes, regardless of the juju house, regardless of whatever it is that they are all visiting to make sure that they find a way to upturn justice, they will never succeed in it, because it's not just going to work. That's just the truth of it. It is not going to work. It's not going to work. So whoever it is out there that is in support of injustice, bear it in mind that a day will come that you will be paid back in the same coin that you have spent. The same coin that you have spent, the same coin that you have chosen to spend. So everyone will be dealt with according, it's called karma. That's what karma is. So as it is right now, justice for Mohbad is sacrosanct. That is one of the vocabulary of Yomi Fabiyi. Yomi Fabiyi too has been pressing and pushing on getting justice for Mohbad for a while, and he has done one or two things on it. He has achieved to an extent, and I believe strongly that the way out is for us to remain resolute, for us to remain firm. We are not for Mohbad's father and for this person, for that. We are simply for justice, and anything that surrounds it. That's what we are concerned about. We are not interested in making friends or being a partner to, or liking one person or the other. No, it's got nothing to do with that. No, not at all. And I'm sure that if you are for justice for Mohbad, you will also see it in the same way I am looking at it. That we cannot allow anything to be swept under the carpet. Considering the stories that we have heard all this while, and some of these things are not adding up. They are not just adding up. They are not adding up. Many complications, many lies. This person wants to say the truth. Tomorrow is not saying the truth because this person is now being placed as being responsible partially for the demise of Mohbad. Now they want to talk and say, what happened before? Why didn't you guys say all that you know? How is it that you guys sat down and you agreed amongst yourselves to make sure that CCTV does not function and there is no database that recorded how Mohbad got into the house, that recorded how Mohbad was transferred out of the house? The only thing that the police could bring out is that of the nurse. It is so sad. It is so sad.